Hi guys, welcome again to part 2 of Red Flags. I'm Atino, your girl, honey, and this is Atino's family. Okay, guys. So here is where my mom has warned him. My mom has warned my ex, the father of my children, not to enter in my bag and picking money and going to buy things. God knows what he's going to buy. Okay, so he stops. No matter how mad he is, no matter the tantrums he was pulling, he had to stop. Because one thing about Mama, Mama meant business. When he tells you, stop, or I'm going to come for you, you better stop. And nobody likes to be told on. So you can imagine how he was. I don't like anybody telling on me. But you see, this was something that had gone for years. It's not like a 1 month thing or a 2 months. It started like when we started living together. This is like our firstborn was 2 years. I was not 2 years, 2 months. Sorry, I was like just 2021, and this went on. And this, I think, when I was complaining, was like 8 years later. Okay. Okay, so I was happy that stopped. No matter how dramatic it was, I was just happy it stopped. Nobody's happy when you're catering, not only for your family, most of the time, because your man is like cannot hold jobs for a long time or is out of job, and you cannot blame him for that because it can happen to anyone. But for you now to start catering for other women out there, God knows who or what, that now that is it's not it's a no-no. Any woman would say it's a no-no, and any man also. If your wife would be taking your money to feed another man, it's a no-no. Unless that man is a brother or I don't know. Anyway, so the next red flag that I ignored or other people do ignore, it was after I found a message in his phone, and no, I was not checking his phone. I needed to call my mom. My phone had been stolen in my salon. We had a salon which I was owing. We were managing, me, mom, and my sister, and it was just near my house. So I was mainly the person who was running the salon boutique, and we had like kangas, clothing, jewelries, all all was in there. And this customer comes in. Watch out here, all. Not all customers are customer. He comes and he wants to buy something for the girlfriend or the wife. I don't know. So he keeps on telling me, bring this, bring that. So, but he had seen my phone, and that's what he wanted. So he ends up taking my phone, buying nothing. Yeah, and that's how I got to ask for his phone to call my mom, only to find a message in the phone. It was so annoying. What was so annoying about this was even the phone in itself was a present from my sister, because I asked my sister, kind, if you're not using this phone, can you lend it to, Babadi? That's how they used to call him, Babadi, because our son is called Daddy. So, and she did it. She gave it to Babadi, because even me, my phone was a present from my dad, my late father, Kojuang. And yeah, I was not happy. So this message, the text was very specific. This lady was sick, was not feeling well. By the message, she lived South Coast. That means after the ferry. Could be Ukunda, could be Diani, I don't know. Could be just after the ferry in itself. For those who have been to Mombasa, there's a distance between all those three distances I've just talked about. And she was saying how sick she's feeling, and if he's coming to see her, to bring vanilla yogurt. Now, dude, at this particular time, uh, my ex was working in this tourist hotel, which was actually doing good for him, and he was working a lot. I didn't have any time, like I work, I come back home because he's not helping, because we're supposed to be changing shift because he's also in hotel industry. Only I'm entertainment, he's in the service part. Now, if he's doing morning hours, evening he should be home. Also, helping the children. These children were small. We were like young couples. That's what we call young couples. Okay. No, honey, I had to do everything. I had to be going this way. When I put someone to take care of the kids, maybe this person is sloppy. I have to. There's a time I remember coming back, and my daughter had a fever, this young one now, and we had to rush her to the hospital. And like she would cried the entire time. We went to the hospital. We were with the late Odinga. It's called Odinga. He went to be with the Lord. Um, and we came back home, and I remember calling, and where he was like a disco, and that was not his workplace because he was in a hotel. It was not a disco. So when I asked, "Where are you?" and he said, "Oh, I have friends. I have to like entertain them." I'm like, "What's wrong with you?" Yeah. So it took only about 40 minutes, and he was home. And trust me, I was not happy. That is amongst the first time he ever had me like really pissed off. And the entire night I was speaking and I sat outside. No matter, because he tried to make the baby to stop crying. And I would not stop speaking. And he was like, "Please don't talk now. The baby has hushed." I'm like, "Don't hush me. Don't hush me." I was so mad. Like I was really mad. So anyway, this issue about this lady and this vanilla yogurt. Yeah, this dude has never bought me vanilla yogurt. So I was like, "You buy people vanilla yogurt? Lord Jesus. You don't buy even the children yogurt. I buy for him yogurt or mala. And I make sure even when I'm going to work, like I have it in the fridge. So that when he comes to have his dinner, he can have his milk also. You know what I mean? And when I am broke, I would walk to Mama Yasin. Like that was a bit far. Ili nikopeshe, yeah, just to get on credit and tell her, "You know what? I'm going to work tomorrow. I'll bring in the cash." Just to make sure. I stopped. That was the end of me serving any sort of a yogurt or mala on his table. If I bought it, it was just for my kids. And I'd make sure they'd taken the entire thing because it was not working anymore. It was not working. Now, let me tell you how this went on. Now, because I was so mad, we actually had to call the lady. The lady had a very deep accent. I felt wrong, honey. I felt like, mm-mm, mm-mm, mm-mm. Not that way. She went that way. Like, really? Okay, anyway. So, so one day I come home and I'm not talking, I'm not happy. So he played the card he started playing for a long time. Like, I'm serious. I am serious. He played this card for several times, not only this time alone. He started telling me, "Oh, you just on my case because I have no mother and I have no father and they died." And then he started crying. Looking back, right now, he was playing me. hmm He was playing me real good. And I was like, "Oh no." I started sympathizing. "Oh my God, what am I going to do about it? No, don't." And then it leaves like I am the one who's wronged him. So I am the one who is like, "Oh, come back. Don't cry. I know your parents passed on." Like, dude, your parents passed on long, long, long time ago. Like, really long time ago. You dealt with the issue. None of them resurrected and said, "Come and misbehave." Oh. Now, let me tell you something. When someone cannot own up to what they do and blame it on circumstances that took place, especially long time ago, it's a no-no. That's just a red flag that you need to like sit down and decide, okay, like what's up? What are we doing here? Am I going to be in this? Because it's not changing. That is not someone who is ready to change, who wants to work through something. This is someone who's playing. It's like, I am smarter and I'm going to play you till you get to understand I'm playing you. It's as simple as that, honey. So, yeah, he got away with that one like that. I let go because anyway, I was busy. I had to take care of every other thing. Oh, guys, before I go on, I wanted to share this thing with you. See, I don't know if you can see it well. Let me put it this way. Maybe you can read it better when it's like this. Huh? Wait. Okay, so this is a scented lotion. You know, as girls, we have each other's back. This was present from my sister to me. So after I've done my lotion, I just take a bit. Like you guys don't know, it smells really nice. It has its perfume. I don't have it, but I saw it. I went to Sarit Center to this shop and I saw the perfume also is there. So when you have the soap and you have the perfume and you have the lotion, after doing your lotion, you just take a little bit of it like this, and just do in your hands or around, just places, and oh my god, the whole day you'll be fresh. Like it's a body ecology, the way it's written, yeah. And it's like the best thing I've had so far. Oh, and this gown that I've been showing you was also a present from a friend of mine in Mombasa. Yeah, I know. This girl here has been getting present. People have been sewing into my life. Thank you. God bless it. Yeah. So yeah, I just wanted you to understand that bad relationships don't start. It's not like a one thing time that comes in. It's a routine of repeated things that we ignore, that we tend to give excuses to. But like I remember at the time the father of my children, like this was like the early part of our relationship, whereby I was now thinking of actually letting go of this relationship because it was not working. My mom didn't like it either, and was saying, I have nothing against him, but I'm not seeing you people going anywhere together. Where you're 2 worlds apart, so different, and you being the woman, it is like it's a no-no, And I remember we'd already had our first child, but my father was like, it's okay. You cannot, even if you have a child, you can still continue with life. Let him continue with his life. And that time he stood on rain and he was not budging. And I was like, get out of the rain, get out of the rain. I don't know why I was so dramatic. It was just rain. Like really. He could stay in it as long as he wanted to. And he's like, I'm not getting out of the rain. If you're gonna leave me, I will stay here till I die. I'm so sorry. Looking back, I'm looking back, I was so duped. Like, I was lied to the entire time. I'm like, oh no. Like, why didn't I just say, okay, get ready and die? Okay, listen, don't laugh because I was young and my upbringing was different. I was in a very, very protected environment. I grew up in a very protected environment. Until things went bad for my parents financially, we were those kids people would call bougie. We lived in the bougie part of the places. I studied after going to Mukumu Girls. I was taken to Kisumu International School. Then I went to Jalaram, which was Kisumu Academy, the first time. Then we went to Mombasa. I was in Mombasa Academy. And then coming back, I did my O levels now when it was Jalaram Academy. For those who know the Jalarams and all this, yes, so these are like international schools. So, I mean, I just wanted to understand a background, a background. It plays a lot. on this kind of roles, it plays a lot, really, honestly speaking. And I was like this person frolicking, like la 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 la, life is beautiful, and I'm beautiful, I'm in it, and boom, life happened. Yes, so fast, and I thought I could rescue the world. Nobody can rescue the world. No woman can rescue the world. Now, let me give you my last advice. I know some people will hate me for this, but it is something I'm seriously feeling, not looking down on anyone, but I believe it. When a woman undermarries, coming back from it is really hard. I am still trying to, because it reaches a point when you're still small, younger, you're still growing. I went into marriage at a very early age. 19 years is early. It is really early. 18 is really early. Okay? So you are children. He was 6 years older than I, but basically we were both children at that particular point of time. And as we grow, we start to grow apart. Any suggestion I brought to the table, I felt I was much smarter. You feel you're more bigger. Let me give you an example. So this is just a few months before I now left, decided it was time to go because the violence and everything was too much. I will tell you how the violence also started on my next segment. Um, and I called, we were talking. He was hardly home because he was having many, many affairs, yeah. And I told him, you know what? At this point in time, us living in a rental and this kind of apartment with 4 children is not a good thing. And I proposed because that time he was doing well now. He had these charmers that they were playing around with some kind of money. And a friend of mine, a guitarist, when you go back on my pages, there's a guitarist I normally we play with called Rena. So where he was staying, those lands were being sold. Oh, that place now is hot cake. Trust me, if you would have taken my advice back then, even you would have sold the land right now and gotten even 2 million out of it. Trust me. And I said we can make a deposit of 150 and the remaining we can do partially, as the person said, as we stay, which will just take a short time and we finish. And then we can just build first a mud house or a house of iron sheet house and put water outside, And slowly by slowly, the money we're putting on rent, we can now use to build something, step by step. Oh my God, this is how I was answered. May God forgive you. May God forgive you. People out there are praying for a life like ours. Eh? And you, look at you. You are talking about, may God forgive you. And I'm like, what people are those again? What people are wishing to live our life? Cramped in a one-bedroom apartment with 4 children, 4 children that have started bringing out their titties, and you're busy going to sleep with them there in the room. What people are this? Because by that time we were out of our 3 bedrooms apartment, we could not afford it. I, on the other hand, was sleeping in the living room because I was so tired of this dude. Whenever he would come home, he would rush to the bedroom where the kids are sleeping. Uh, like, if you undermarry, especially for a woman, men can undermarry. It's been done over the years. It has worked because the woman grows with you. It is what you put in them, is how you invest in them, it works. But men have something where they are the head. They were created to be the head. Not to follow you, but you to follow them. Now you go and you and marry this person who feels like you are dictating or trying to say you know better when him is living in his palace. He has his home theater. He has his big flat screen. His carpet. It's a sofa set. Eh? And you're coming here trying to say, we need to buy a land now or a plot and start building something because these children are growing up. We cannot be paying rent. When low season comes, we're down. Yeah, all. I hope I gave you some words of wisdom. I hope someone can pick one or two, three things about this story. As I do red flags, I'm still continuing with vlogging. And there's a new segment coming, keeping up with mama. Yeah, my mom, yeah, all if you go back to my video, she's entertaining. And of lately she's been sending me videos because she wants people to keep up with what she is doing. The only problem, she keeps on speaking in Luo a lot. So I have to be writing to translate some of it. So I need her to start speaking in a common language, not like South Africans who will speak English and then they just go right into their language, I never understand it really. Thank you guys. Until our next segment, please like, share, comment. If you have any beauty secrets, let's share. This is our safe platform for beauty. This is bodycology. It's cherry. Oh, it's cherry blossom. My daughter, who speaks French, keeps on telling me, Mom, you need to pronounce these things right. You know, this is cherry, honey, cherry blossom. And it's like the best thing ever. My girl's like, really, I got your back. Go and get it and thank me later. See ya. Till next time.